See, even if I try to talk, I only talk with just a part of my face. It's still yours truly, Kabir Olakunle Aziz, and you are welcome to my experience with bald Percy. Have you ever heard of it before, though? Have you ever seen it before? Have you had it before? Do you know anyone who has suffered from this condition before? That was a very painful phase of my life. But before I continue, before I tell you my experience, sit back and watch this video. I'll be right back.
Bell's palsy is a medical condition that causes sudden, temporary weakness or paralysis of the muscles on one side of the face. It results from damage or inflammation of the facial nerve, which controls the muscles responsible for facial expressions. The exact cause of Bell's palsy is often unknown, but it is thought to be related. Bell's palsy is a medical condition that causes sudden, temporary weakness or paralysis of the muscles on one side of the face. It results from damage or inflammation of the facial nerve, which controls the muscles responsible for facial expressions. The exact cause of Bell's palsy is often unknown, but it is thought to be related to viral infections, especially the herpes simplex virus. History of Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy is named after Sir Charles Bell, a Scottish surgeon who first described the condition in the early 19th century. He published his observations in 1821, although the condition had likely been recognized by earlier physicians. Bell's contributions to understanding the facial nerve and this particular condition remain significant in the history of medicine. The symptoms of Bell's palsy can vary in severity, but typically affect only one side of the face. Common symptoms include sudden weakness or paralysis. Typically, one side of the face experiences sudden weakness or paralysis, leading to drooping of the mouth, difficulty in closing one eye, and decreased ability to make facial expressions. Facial droop. The affected side of the face may droop, and the smile may appear uneven. Some individuals may experience a loss of taste on the front two-thirds of the tongue. Increased sensitivity to sound. Sounds may be louder in one ear, known as hyperacusis. Drooping of the eyelid. The eyelid on the affected side may droop, ptosis, making it difficult to fully close the eye. There may be increased tearing in one eye due to inadequate eyelid closure. Dry eye. Insufficient blinking can lead to dryness and irritation in the affected eye. Effects of Bell's palsy. The effects of Bell's palsy can vary from person to person. Most individuals with Bell's palsy recover fully or nearly fully, typically within a few weeks to a few months. However, some individuals may experience long-term or permanent complications, such as facial muscle weakness or twitching, incomplete recovery of facial function, synkinesis, a condition where unintended facial muscle movements occur when trying to make other facial expressions, psychological and emotional distress due to changes in facial appearance. Famous individuals who have had Bell's palsy. Several well-known individuals have experienced Bell's palsy, including actors George Clooney and Pierce Brosnan. It's a condition that can affect anyone regardless of their celebrity status or occupation. Prevention and cure. Preventing Bell's palsy is challenging because the exact cause is often unknown. However, there are general steps to maintain overall health and minimize the risk of infections or inflammation, reducing stress and maintaining a strong immune system. Practicing good hygiene to reduce the risk of infections, maintaining a balanced diet, and regular exercise for overall well-being. There is no specific cure for Bell's palsy, but the condition often improves and resolves on its own. Treatment options include medications, antivirals, and corticosteroids, physical therapy, eye care, and, in rare cases, surgery. It's crucial to consult a healthcare professional for an accurate diagnosis and treatment recommendations if you suspect you have Bell's palsy. The prognosis for Bell's palsy is generally good, with most people recovering over time. Kabir Aziz here had it and healed fine and faster. Let's go back to him as he shares his story.
Whenever your body is telling you something, please note that your body doesn't have manual. Your body doesn't have manual. So the only manual you have in your body is the message it tells you. Prior to that time, my body had been telling me giving me some messages. I was not sleeping well. I thought it was normal. Maybe I was just believing in the myth that probably maybe when the brain was ready to shut down, it would sleep. But it was a different case. I'd been having, sleepless nights. I would just sleep for just an hour or two and I'll wake up. So, on the 4th of October 2022 was the great day that changed a very big story in my life. I just had a slight fever, like a normal person. I thought it was just a normal thing. And then this time now it felt like a migraine, right? It felt like a slight migraine. It wasn't even that heavy though. It felt like a slight migraine, and then I was feeling feverish, I was losing balance. So I thought, why am I feeling kind of dizzy? Why was I feeling dizzy or what? So the feelings were kind of weird. So I went to the GP straight. And then I sent an email to my supervisor at work first, and then luckily for me, so he allowed me to go. And then I got to the GP, and then the GP diagnosed me. He gave me some. I told him I wasn't sleeping well, so he gave me a medication. An injection, and he gave me some medications to just go take, so I could rest. You understand? But then I was also feeling some kind of slight pain in my right ear here, but way back, right? I had been complaining of this right ear here that I couldn't hear well with it. So I thought it was normal. So I visited a lot of doctors, and then they've given me medications and all that. And then they've even sent me to referred me to the general hospital where the bigger doctors will look at it and all that. So on that day, it was just kind of very crazy though. The pain was just getting more and more. So it was getting more and more. It was getting more and more, to the point that for me to even drive down to the GP was a problem. But fortunately for me that day, it's not far from my house anyway. So I got there, and then the guy diagnosed me. He gave me some medications and then some injections, as I said, and then he said I should just go home straight and sleep. So I got home, and that injection made me sleep. By the time I woke up, guys, I woke up with this sharp pain at the back of this right ear here. It was excruciatingly painful, to the point that I could not even concentrate. And I was alone that day. I woke up, and then I was feeling dizzy, drowsy, all together, like. And then, before I knew, I just felt, I wanted to yawn. Like, I was tired that day. I wanted to yawn, but then I saw this half of my face like this wouldn't move. They said, what? Was I having stroke or what? I touched my arm here. I could move it. I touched every part of my body. I could move them. So I figured, this is not stroke. This can't be stroke. Then I thought, could this be some spell? I had never heard of Bell's palsy before. No one has ever spoken about it before. I had never watched a movie or seen a movie that spoke about it before. So I was like, okay, fine. The only thing I knew was, the only paralysis I knew that could happen to a human body could be stroke, and that should be one side of the body and all that, but not one side now, just half of my face. Then, but from the video, they said celebrities like Pearl, like James Bond had it. I mean, I've not been so current with news and all that. So it was so crazy and it was so painful. I was feeling dizzy. The pain was so much this time that I could not even do anything for myself. And you know what happened? Now this part here, I couldn't move. Everything just was just drooling like this, just sagged down. Everything was just sat down like this. I couldn't do anything with it. And then you know what happened then? I was like, I went to the toilet. I didn't even get my balance. I was feeling dizzy and all that. Then I called this lady, family friend, nurse of ours. She's a nurse, she's a family friend. And then she told me, okay, you know what, she didn't even tell me the name. I had to go back to the GP that day, because that was around 11:30, thereabouts. I had to go back to the GP, and then the GP told me, okay, fine. I think he said this was some milky something. There you go. Okay, milky something, otitis media. Okay, whatever name you have for it. He didn't even mention the name Bell's palsy. So then he referred me straight to the General Hospital, Helen Joseph. I think after about a couple of time, I thought, and he told me to be taking my medications. I was worried, man. I was worried, guys. Now, this was KB that used to be full of life, very happy and all that. I lost all my confidence. I couldn't even smile, guys. I couldn't smile. Because if I smile, I was talking like this. Bruh. If I show my teeth, if I need to smile, I'm like, I could not even smile would not even come anymore. So then I said, okay, fine, no problem. So I was living a day after the other. Then the day I had to go to the General Hospital, I did. The reason I'm doing this video is not for you to just watch for fun. It's for you to learn, and also so you can take note of this date and time in case this happens to you or any of your loved ones. Because look, I never had any sign about it. I never had any symptom of it. I never felt anything funny in my body. It just happened, boom. And it might happen to you as well. So please take note of this and make sure you don't joke with this. Bell's palsy is real, guys. And that thing is very painful. It's painful in your body, physically. It's painful mentally, even spiritually, emotionally, everything. I tell you, that thing is very painful. So don't joke with it. On the 8th of October, here is the video I made. I still wasn't feeling good. Watch. Today is 8th of October, year 2022. Today makes it the fifth day, I think, and today is a Saturday. I've been having this condition since Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, making 5 days now, right? If I'm not mistaken, that I'm feeling this condition, and the condition is about me not being able to use this other part of my face here. See, even if I try to talk, I only talk with just a part of my face. This condition is very crazy, and I don't know how it even came in anyway. I've never even heard of it before until it happened to me. The doctor called it Bell's palsy, BELL apostrophe S, palsy, PALSY. It's a condition where you have this crazy migraine, this crazy headache from the back of your ear, down to, and it affects all parts of the affected face here, and everywhere gets painful, like extremely excruciating pain, to the point that you can't even do anything. It affects your brain. It starts making you lose memory. It makes you feel drowsy, like you want to fall. And then, see, this part here is really kind of, and even the ear there, the ear on the affected side is it's also affected too. You can't hear properly. And then if you listen from that side there, you will hear it sounds kind of distorted, like kind of sound. This is very scary. How old am I? I'm still young. I don't think I should be going through this. Well, as Allah will make it, Allah does whatever He wills. So who am I to complain? It's kind of crazy. It's kind of I think, I don't know, to the point that the pain on the back of this side of the ear here is very painful, that it makes you want to go crazy. Like, and when I read about the condition, Bell's palsy, they said it doesn't have any reason when they don't even know the cause. Some doctor or some medical practitioners say it's viral infection that might infect maybe the side there, either the ENT side, maybe the ear, the nose, or the throat side of the whole side of your body. And then some will say if you prick the any nerve that connects to the brain and all those part of your body there, it triggers it. Well, I think the last thing I remember was on Sunday I had a bath in the evening when I was about to sleep, and I felt some, how do I put it, some liquid in my ear, in my right ear. I got a cotton bud or earbud, like they will say, just to to pack it and all that. I don't know if I was rough on it or not. That was the last thing I know. Then on Monday I started feeling the pain. I thought it was just one of those normal things that it would go. On Tuesday I couldn't even go to work. The pain would not even let me sleep. I had to go to the hospital. Getting to the hospital, the doctor didn't even know that. He just gave me some injection, some pain relief injection, and then And what else? Pain relief injection and some antibiotics and painkillers, medication kind of. And I asked him to please give me something to sleep because I didn't sleep the nights before that day. Lo and behold, I came to my bed. I slept that afternoon for about 30 minutes or an hour or so. Then by the time I woke up, I saw this. It was very scary. I was scared. I was like, am I having a stroke or what? So I called a nurse friend of mine who happens to be my neighbor. And then the lady told me, no, this is not normal. I should go back to the doctor immediately and then, let him know what is happening though. He said, she said some partial facial paralysis or something. But only when I got to the hospital, then the doctor told me, it's Bell's palsy. I said, oh, Bell's palsy. Then he says, that's when you have all this. Promise you guys, this is not a good feeling at all. Not a good feeling. I can't even whistle. I can't even pout. Can you imagine? I can't even smile. It's crazy. I force it to even when I force it to, it doesn't work. I can't lift this part of the face here. Even when I try to force it, okay, now there is a bit of improvement now. Before I couldn't even lift it at all, and it feels like this part here is falling off. You see here, it feels like here is down, here is up, and then I read about this thing here. They said, see, it feels like here is. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It's scary. I can't even cry. I can't even get emotional about this. All I just do is, the doctor said it will go after 2 weeks. I read about it. They said it completely leaves you maybe after a month or so, or within a month. But the feeling is scary. Now, the pain comes and goes. And when the pain comes, you just have to attend to it. Whatever the hell you're doing, you just have to attend to it because it will paralyze everything you're doing. It will paralyze every part of your body. Can you imagine me, an ever active guy, now in this kind of situation? Allah is Ghafur Rahim, and Allah is the only one who can do all things. So maybe Allah is trying to show me, hey boy, chill. I can do whatever I will to your body. But I promise you guys, it's not easy. It's not funny at all. I can't imagine. I'm trying to force it so I can use the other side of the mouth. And when I'm chewing, the pain extends to the gum, to the neck here. As I'm touching here, I'm feeling some sensitivity there. I'm feeling some pain here, there. Even a part of my right arm was about to be affected at a point. I was like, no, God, no, not this one, please, not this. Then I'm fighting that. But alhamdulillah, we thank God, all praise to God. That one is back to normal. But the face Because I'm not doing the face is just telling me, hey, chill, man. And I have to chill because what do I do anyway? Do I have any other option? Oh, the pain is, I feel headache right now, guys. I have this crazy headache now in my brain, in the right part of my head here. Pain is so severe, I can't even comprehend it. Here is fine, and now, as I'm touching my head right now, I feel this sound inside my head here, especially here. I hear some kind of uncomfortable scratches in my brain. As I'm talking now, it's painful, guys. This is my bell bossy journey, guys. Alright. I've been taking the medications and I've been following the instructions from the GP. But on the 12th of October, I went back to him. Then he referred me to Helen Joseph. And on that same day, the nurse family friend of ours came through, and then she just came to do some checkups. Here are the pictures.
Open.
Oh.
Blink. Close. Tight. Tight.
That's the tightest. Oh. This is what is really happening in your body once you have it, or once somebody has it. This is what is going on in the body. The nerves under here, every nerve here has gone flat. So it means the blood is no more running through the vein anymore, right? And because of that, that's why every part of this body, of this face here, is so dormant. You can't move it because no blood is moving. Now I can do those now, but I promise you, your smile that you do, that you love so much, that makes you look so beautiful and all that, you will cherish the little part of it the day you can't do it anymore. So then this nurse told me to be exercising it by just pronouncing the vowels. You see? Then this time I couldn't even move here. I was just my children were so making fun of me, guys. They don't even know anyway. They don't know what it means. But I know now. Ooh, even then when I pouted, I couldn't even pout. That was the crazy part. I couldn't even pout. A lot of things were happening there, guys. And I tell you guys, you don't want your enemy to have to go through that, because the pain is so much. See this. So on the 13th of August, I went to the hospital, to the ONT department now. And then then they told me I was going to do some tests, some scans and all that. I did CT scan. That's the parts where they had to scan the whole of my brain. I did scan from my diaphragm and what here, just to check if anything was happening in my body. I mean, inside my muzzle here. Then they did blood tests. They did a whole lot of things. I thought I was dying. All those city stuff they were talking about, those are things that I used to see on TV. I never knew those things could happen in real life. But hey, those things are real. On the 14th of August, do you know I went to the masjid and everybody saw me. People were just like, they couldn't even notice anything. And I was the only one who knew what I was going through in my body. The pain, you would think the pain would have gone. I mean, that one at the back of my head, it didn't go. It just kept coming back every day. I mean, till the 14th, since 8, the pain was still there. And then, then the losing of balance was kind of, reduced a little bit, because, the man just told me to make sure I rest a lot. So all I was just doing was, lying down a lot. And then, I was taking my medications and all that. Imagine somebody walked up to me this day on the 14th at the masjid and said they wanted to fight me. That's how they'll be in trouble, because then I was just going to die. And then that's another lesson for you guys, right? It's not everyone you see on the road that is fine. A lot of people are sick in their body. Don't just pick any fight, or don't rush and then, be negligent and, hurt anyone out there. It might be a problem for you. Well, because there was nobody to make me happy, I had to make myself happy anyway. So on the 15th of October of that same month, right, I still went to do a TikTok video just to see myself. But I think I was trying to, I managed it well. So why I'm saying all this is so that, when it happens to you, or it happens to someone you need to encourage them to try and manage it. Massage it many times. Try and make sure you're using it to talk. All the vowel sounds are things that will help you to resuscitate it if the word is correct, though. So on the 15th of the same month, I did a TikTok just for me to see what you may follow myself. Oh, does this look good on me, right? Well, I thought I was going to look like a nerd. But on the 16th of the same month happens to be the beginning of the journey to these glasses here. I never liked glasses, and it's not recommended. It's not a fashion, what do you call it? It's a recommended. Because this eye here couldn't close well. And then it was getting so teary because it was so dry. I couldn't even blink. So then I was advised to visit the optometrist. And I did. I went to the one in Rambeg Mall. And then, they gave me they did some eye tests for me. And then, they gave me some medications, especially some eye drops to make sure when it's happening to you, the eye drops there would help you. There's a particular one that they gave me. Well, I'm not meant to, to advertise brand here, but the eye drop will help you to lubricate it, to keep it moist. On the 18th, I went back to the clinic. To the big hospital there, and then just for some checkups and all that. And then I was told I was going to do the CT scan. The CT scan was expensive. I thought it would be free anyway. That was the day I got to know that they were going to operate me. I was like, operate me? Won't you just give me an injection? Though I'm not a big fan of injections. Won't you just inject me or give me some medications or put me on some kind of therapy stuff that will help me? They were like, no. They had to make sure they knew, or they had to make sure they see what was in there before they can say, okay, fine, this is what they would do. I did the scan, guys. I did the CT scan and all that. It was crazy. Fortunately for me that day, right, they couldn't find anything in my brain. You can see some of these the pictures here. They couldn't find anything in my brain. They said the brain was still fine, but there's an ingrowth, so they call it. So they called it that something was growing at the back of my right ear here, and it was so close to my brain. So because of that, they needed to, to operate